Hello everyone. So let's start the new series for Angular 17. So before going on to the updates, what recently came for Angular 17 is, so we'll create a new project with this latest version, and then we'll see what are the changes, what new features has been added in Angular. Okay. So let me start with creating very first project on Angular 17. So for that I'm just giving command ng new my first app and enter. So once I'll give enter, it will ask me do I want to use CSS. Yes, I'll hit enter. For server side rendering, no, I'm fine with it. We can like, if you want, we can add it later on also. So it is creating some packages. So I just want to tell you, or I want to update you, that like while going from Angular 16 to Angular 17, there is a major update came uh, in terms of modules, because they have removed completely that module.ts file from the source, so that like whenever we are working with the import files, we don't have to do that separately on module. And what we can do is, like, every file has ts file, and that is a standalone. They have created the components as a standalone component, so we don't have to create it inside node modules. We can create it inside that particular component.ts file also. Okay, so let it create. So my first app is been created. It is installing the node modules. Yeah, it is done. So it will take few seconds. Yeah, and the successfully install all the packages in the node modules packages. If I'll open source, so everything is same as Angular 16. If you'll see, each and every folder will be there only. So E2E folder will not be there, because end-to-end testing, they are not providing with the development or a package as a platter. So we can create that, and we can do the further testings as well. Now let me come on to the basic or the main part, where we are having this source file. And if I'll click and open the source file, we are having this many folders as it is, like what we have in Angular 16, same as Angular 17 also. But the major difference will, if I'll open this app file. Okay, so if you'll see the app file, we have common css, html, specification ts file. And if you'll see, there is something called as app config.ts file and app routes.ts file. So basically, if you'll see, in Angular 16 or the previous versions, we have a folder called node modules and app routing modules. So both the folder has been removed. Instead of that, they have provided two folders, app config.ts file and routes.ts file. Okay, so these are the two files. Let me quickly go on to this application, and let me show you how it look like whenever I'm going to run that. Okay, so for running, I'm hitting ng serve. Okay, so I am outside the project. So what I want to do is, like, I need to go inside this my first app application. So for that, cd space, name of the project is my first app, and enter. Okay, now I'm inside the package or our directory. So here what we need to do, we need to create ng serve. If I'll do that, a server will be going to start it at same port number 4200. If you'll see, the port has been started, or app has been started. Okay, now if I'll click on this, follow the instruction command and click, I'll click command, and if I click that, it will open the whole new Angular website over here on the same port number 4200. So port 200, you know already, it is the by default port number which will be enabled or going to connect with your particular system, so that the website will be live, or you can see how it look like. Okay, now the whole new design came in Angular 16, means a new IVY, you can say that. So new IVY is having a small like important features which are coming with the new updates. The very first one is, all the way they are came with a new logo, something colorful other than the black one. So whatever you are seeing in the favicon dot icon, it has been changed to something colorful, something like this. Okay, so if you'll see over here, so whatever the name of the project you have given, as per that the icon has been designed over here. Okay, and also the tutorials, everything is being rendered very perfectly. If you are going to click onto this, you will see a very attractive website. So if I'll scroll down, see, this is the whole new animation they have added in the Angular version 17. Okay, so that like you can build a beautiful or like attractive website for the clients. Okay, and also they are giving you some playgrounds where you don't have to install the CLI in your personal computer. You can directly move on to the IDE or the online compilers, and you can directly go and check whether the code is working fine or not. Okay, so if you are going to do any changes, it will be rendered over here. Terminal will be here. If you want to do any add any components or add any modules, you can add from here only. Okay, not restricted to the components and everything. You can create different pipes. If you want to create different modules, you can create over here and check whether it is working fine or not. But again, if you want to do it in local, go ahead and do it. It is not going to restrict you. Okay, next is learn with the tutorials. If you want to go and learn, you can click onto this. If you want to check the CLI documents, go ahead and check it. Angular language services, Angular dev tools, Twitter, YouTube for the videos obviously, and GitHub. Okay, so these are the free few functions which came in Angular latest version. So I'll tell you like while doing the node the data binding. So in data binding we are having 4 type of data binding. First one is interpolation, then property binding, then we have in like event binding, and two-way data binding. So in two-way data binding, we always create a ng model with a banana under a box. Same concept over here also in Angular 17, but instead of adding that form modules, right? So instead of adding the form modules, earlier what we used to do, we directly go in this like module.ts file. Inside module.ts file we used to import it, and inside imports we have to pass form module. But here if you'll see, now this component, the app component, is standalone. So if it is standalone, we can directly go and import each and everything over here. So imports, what I want to import, I will write it over there. Then inside Angular we have something called as forms. So from this forms, what I want is, I want forms module. Okay, now forms module has been imported, and if I want to use it or connect with my project or this file, this component, what I need to do, I need to pass inside imports only. So we have that same functionality as a module, but inside this particular components as well. Okay, now this module has been created. Now whatever you will use, if you want to use that particular ng model, you can directly go and use it. Instead of adding it inside the app module.ts file, you have added over here only. Okay, so let me tell you quickly what are the features which came with latest version Angular. So let's go on to here, and I'll give you point wise what are the updates came in Angular 17, the latest version. So very first thing is same we have seen as new logo. Okay, so Angular came with a new logo over here, you can see. So this logo they have built in Angular 17. Second point, what they have updated is, so secondly they have updated new website. Okay, new website along with documentation with some examples, and also the main part, playground. Okay, so earlier what we have to do, if we don't have the playground, we need to go into the Stackplates. Stackplates are a website where you can get all the playground from for Angular, right? So Stackplates. So if you'll go on to this stack plates, you will scroll down and all the way you will get Angular TypeScript playground environment. Okay, so if I'll click onto this, you will get an environment where you can code, you can add a import, create new components, everything what you can do with the files in Angular you can do over here also. Okay, so if you'll see over here, but instead of going over there, Google is the company who is managing this Angular, so they don't want users or the developers to go somewhere else and add any third-party application. So they have provided their own environment, own playground over here only. Okay, so we have the playgrounds as well. Now the third point, very major, they have added. So whatever we are already using in Angular 16 or before that versions, so if you'll see or you can relate it, so that is template control features. Okay, so what comes under this template features? The first one is @if. So earlier we are using something called as ng if, and we are passing all the way the conditions over here. So instead of that, what we have to do, we have to do if we want to use that ng if directive or something like that. Okay, if you want to use for ng for, so again you have to give for directly with the symbol, add the symbol. Okay, so instead of writing this ng for, now we are writing directly for with the add symbol. Next, the last one is switch, obviously, so again it is gone as switch directly. Okay, so instead of ng switch case, we can directly hit this commands and it will be over there with the particular or the features whatever you want. Okay, next the Angular update came, that is @differ loading. Okay, so differ loading is came with all the new functionality we will talk about later in Angular 17 videos. Next I will see the faster performance with the Material UI. Okay, so whenever we are using the Material UI, the performance is good, but they have came up with very faster approach. Okay, so performance with Material. Okay, so performance with Material UI. So now the performance is being enhanced. You likewise you have seen the website, right? So if you will see, they have used the Angular materials to create this default template, whatever you can see on the screen. So this is the default template they have created all the way with the UI, the Material UI part. Okay, so it has been very performed, very easily accessible, having libraries, lot of libraries they have added, so we can go and directly use it. Okay, next is super easy input transformation. Okay, so now what you can do is you can easily transform the DOM structure or the UI with very super easy way. Okay, very super easy ways, input transformations. Okay, last but not least, so they are came with like more and more new functionality, new features. So I'll not add each and everything, I'll just add like many more features are there, like the IV has been improved and everything, like all the way new versions, new directories, new routing. So modular approach they have used in Angular 17. Okay, so we will see in the next video what are the new feature, or if you want the tutorials like how we are going to use this @if, @for switch, so we can handle that also in the next upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. This is like, don't care about who is the teacher or who is going to give you the information, just grab it, use it, and earn and learn a lot. Thank you.